Hi Booktube, this is Kelly, and thank you so much for watching Books I'm Not Reading. I am pre-recording this video. You can see a little bit of snow outside and my Christmas tree. I've got my gingerbread earrings on today, so but I became aware of this tag, the Booktuber Favorites Tag, and I know there probably won't be any channels that I mention in this video that you aren't already aware of, but I will link to everyone's channel down below that I mention. And yeah, I want to thank the Booktube community for helping me at least get through 2020, and just being so supportive in general since I started my channel. I'd like to dedicate this video to Lillian Niesvander. I apologize, Lillian, if I'm saying your last name wrong. Lillian didn't have her own channel, but she commented on many Booktubers channels and always had very insightful and kind and charming things to say. And earlier this year she left a comment on one of my videos saying that she was leaving Booktube due to health reasons, and as much as I pleaded with her to have some other way of reaching out to her, I was not able to get that. So if someone is still in touch with Lillian, please let her know how much I care about her and miss her presence on Booktube. So this tag was originally created by A Bibliophile's Journey, so I'll link to that video down below. Question number 1, is the Booktuber you've watched the longest? So the first Booktuber I started watching was Steve Donahue, and this was back when he was getting huge quantities of mail every day, those big postal buckets. And I mean, sometimes he'd have multiple mail hauls in a day. So I still enjoy watching him getting the mail, and I still enjoy watching the bridal hauls and things like that. So I probably would not have started my channel if it weren't for Steve, as well as my husband, who, of course, his channel is Old Blues Chapter and Verse. So the Booktuber, a Booktuber you just started watching, I think I've mentioned her before on this channel, but I recently started watching Cozy Reading with Quaker Cats, and I think she has maybe 4 cats, I'm not sure, but there's just a giant cat tower behind her, and the cats are just kind of wandering in and out of the video, and I'm a cat person, so I really enjoy those videos, and I look forward to seeing what happens with her channel moving forward. A Booktuber you've become friends with, question number 3. So this is a really long list. There's quite a few people who don't have channels that are probably my closest Booktube friends, and that would be Joe Smith and Allie from Foxed Folios. I am also become friends with Laura from Laura on Air, Rainy from Rainy Day Reads, Lindsay from Lindsay Reads. Lindsay, if you're watching this, where are you? How are you? Please send me a Voxer message. Lukash from A Cruel Reader's Thesis. He's like, I know he probably won't appreciate this, but I do feel like he's my younger brother that I never had. I just love Lukash. He's come to visit us and stayed with us twice, and we were hoping in 2020 that he and Joe Smith and maybe Brian from Bookish, who's also another Booktube friend, would be able to come and spend Memorial Day weekend with us. Obviously that did not happen, but fingers crossed for the future that we will have a Booktube gathering here. I also want to mention Madeline from Made with Books, Jason H. His channel used to be Byways in Bookland. He has a new one that's called Jason H. Paul Kennedy, Mark Jackson, who used to have a channel called Words Everywhere. Alba at Sariella, and Lisa, who's also someone who comments on my videos but doesn't have a channel of her own. And Lisa, I hope to get to know you a little bit better in 2021, and maybe we can figure out Voxer together or something like that. And there's tons more. I mean, there's just so many people have shown me so much kindness, really, on Booktube. So I'm so incredibly grateful. Let's see here. Question number 4. A booktuber you get most of your book recommendations from. And again, she doesn't have a channel, but I think she knows my taste probably as well as anyone on Booktube, and that's Jo Smith. In part because we've done quite a few buddy reads together. We've read a lot of Dickens together. So, and we already have 2 buddy reads planned for the next year, so I'm really excited about that. Let's see. Question number 5. A booktuber you watch who reads a genre you don't. And I don't know that it's so much genre. I love Mark Nash. Wow, he's just a fantastic booktuber, and he's a writer, and yeah, so I've been trying to get recommendations from him just to see if there was anything, but I think we sort of have this like Venn, like, is it a Venn diagram where there's like those circles overlapping, and like the place where the 2 circles share in common for Mark Nash and I, it's Tim O'Brien. We did do a buddy read with Jason at the beginning of 2020 of one of Tim O'Brien's books, and that was a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed hearing Mark's thoughts. So thank you, Mark, for doing that. Another friend. So question 6, a booktuber whose videos make you happy. So I love just one reader, in part because he breaks out into songs sometimes in his videos, and Jason is actually friends with Juan on Voxer, and so I showed Jason a video from someone else that was related to musicals that were based on books, and a couple of them I wasn't familiar with at all. So I don't know, I don't even know what time it is where Juan lives. It was evening here. So we send a Voxer message to Juan about like, hey, do you know about these musicals? And it turns out Juan was at a party, and he was like sneaking off into a corner and responding to Jason's Voxer messages, and he was like singing some of the songs from the musical to us. It was so fantastic. I just picture Juan like finding a corner at this party he's at and singing into his phone to us. So it was wonderful. But yeah, I do tend to gravitate toward the videos of his where I think there's a possibility that he might burst into song at any moment. So I love that, and it makes me really happy. Okay. Question number 7. A booktuber you would love to do a buddy read with. So I'm so excited. I already have, as I mentioned, I have 2 buddy reads with Jo Smith. Next year, I'm hoping to read something with Allie from Foxed Folios. I'm sure we'll be able to figure that out. And then also, Karen Evans and I are going to be reading Everything is Illuminated by Jonathan Safran Foer, hopefully in January of 2021. But I would really like to do a buddy read with some of you who don't have channels and you comment a lot. So I'm going to open that up, and if you'd like to do a buddy read with me, let's figure out a way that we can connect on Voxer, and yeah, find something. The only challenge that I've faced in this last year and the year ahead is that I'm not buying books. I'm only reading pretty much exclusively from my personal library, so that definitely narrows the field a little bit, but I've still been able to make it work this year, and I think we can find something to read together. So if you're interested in doing that, please say something down below. Question number 8, a booktuber with under 1,000 subscribers that you love. And this absolutely has to be Karen Evans, who has also become such a dear friend to me this year. Talking to Karen it's like having really delicious Pop Rocks in your mouth. Like, she's so bubbly and bright and joyful, and I just love talking to her, and she has listened to me vent about many things, as those of you that I've talked to on Voxer for a while have had to bear the brunt of that, because in 2020 I've really only been able to talk to Jason and my family. So yeah, so some of you on Voxer have been kind of my sounding board this year, and I, again, am very, very grateful. And yeah, Karen is, because she's working from home, it's much easier to get a hold of her and find out what she's doing, and I just love it. It's just been great. So she is definitely, if you haven't checked out Karen's channel, really, I encourage you to do that. And a booktuber that you love that has more than 1,000 subscribers, and this has to be Jasmine from Jasmine's Reads. And Jason's actually met Jasmine. He's met Mark Nash. He's met several booktubers, Jasmine really welcomed us to Booktube, and she's just one of those booktubers. She puts so much work into her videos. As you know, things are much more low-key here at Books I'm Not Reading, but I really appreciate the thought and time and effort that she puts into the videos that she creates, and she just seems like the loveliest person. I feel like I've met her, even though I haven't, so I would also consider her one of the many, many friends I have on Booktube. And if I'm probably forgetting someone, but yeah, so if I've mentioned you and you haven't done this tag, consider yourself tagged. And if you would like to do this tag, please feel free. So I hope you've enjoyed this. Booktube, remember to be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.